really dark for some reason at the same time. Hey everyone, Missy Max here, and today I'll be talking about how to use StreamYards to get your own live working, like what I'm doing, and more for doing the musician sort of side of things. So with the guitar or with whatever instrument that you like to choose, and how to do it, and the things you're going to come across, and the problems that may come up, and also what platforms you can and can't stream from. Like, for example, Instagram and TikTok, there is a different process to adding them to your StreamYards than the other ones, and I will go through that later on. But first, I'm going to play you one of my original songs from the 100 Songs in 100 Days, and this song is called This Life, When I Find My Stuff. I hope the sound is okay. Am I real? Yes. Hi, Fretnex again. You're saying good morning and I'm saying good night. And hello, Mark. I am late. Yes, I was having some computer malfunctions with the camera in my phone. It had to be reinstalled. It was a whole thing. But yeah, sorry for being late. Gave people more time to come on. Anyway, back to what I was doing. This song is called This Life. Are happening where we have no control. You're feeling good, feeling fine, and the road is on a roll. One day so suddenly you're falling down a big dark hole. You gotta climb right out of it with a ladder that's already broke. This life's gonna come and cut you down, down, down. I tried, I can't, because it's all gonna turn around. That's okay. I kinda like the thrill anyway. That's okay. A brand new cycle starts every day. You try to find yourself with your face first in the ground. But did you know that's where happiness is found? And you can find bliss in this. You'll be found, you'll be found. If you can find some happiness with your face first in the ground. This life is gonna come and cut you down, down, down. I tried, I can't, because it's all gonna turn around. It's okay. I kinda like the thrill anyway. That's okay. A brand new cycle starts every day. It's okay. A brand new cycle starts every day. It's a bit of a country one, y'all. I don't remember whereabouts in the 100 Days that song was, but I did slam out some country for it. I think there was a couple of country songs in that one. There were a lot, actually, because I'm very country influenced. Thank you so much for the little clappy hands. So today I'm going to be speaking about streaming live and how to do it for yourself. So first of all, what you're going to need is it is best to use a laptop, and I am figuring out how to use an iPad at the moment, but I'm assuming that the way the guitar problem is fixed now, depending on if you need a driver behind using an interface, is whether it's going to be fixed or not. But I'm going to start with a tutorial on using the laptop, and then I'll make another one later with an iPad once I've figured that out for myself. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download, StreamYards, which is this program up here. And StreamYards is really good. It is on the internet. It isn't even an app. Sorry, it's not an app. It doesn't need to be downloaded. It's on the internet. And this one is really good because it is super simple to use. I've tried using other platforms, but there was too much going on, and there's just way too much for someone that, like me, that likes to keep everything really simple. So with StreamYard. With StreamYards, you want to open this, which is on the internet, just streamyard.com. and type that into Google first and make sure you go to the right page with the little duck in it, because it does have some other websites with the same name that go to absolutely nothing, or some extra marketing pages. So once you're in that, it will come to, and you've got all your login details and you've got your account set up. You want to go into, it'll come up with something like this. In your destinations, this is where you're going to be adding your Facebook and YouTube, and what's the other one that works? Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you have a Twitch account, that can also be added in there very easily. You just go in the destinations as such, and add destination and type in whichever one it is. These three are simple. They will just ask for your password and your username, and then just follow the prompts, and they will add on themselves. Now, Instagram and some other ones are very different. What you have to do for Instagram is you're going to need to get a stream key. And in getting the stream key, you'll need to go onto your Instagram page, as it is here. Go into Create, Live Video, and actually I need to bring that up for you. Just give me 1 second. I'll move that one, and then I'll add one. And not that one. Hang on, I need to add a new one. God damn, this is a lot more difficult than I thought. I will be cutting this video up later and sorting that out in a very simpler way. But this is the way I have to do it for this time. All right, so this is what we're looking at. So we're going to go onto the Instagram page, and you're going to go into your live video section and add in a title, whatever, 100 days. There we go. Audience. You can do a practice one if you like, and there's your public one. So you go next, and it's going to give you this. And this is where you're going to find your stream key, copy that and paste it into your StreamYards. And you're going to copy that one as well, where it asks for it when it says to set it up as a, and then back to the other one. Getting quicker at this at least. Now it's gone somewhere. Did I actually get one over there? So back to this again. And it's going to ask it for it in here. This is where you're going to add it. When it goes add destination, you're going to add in a custom RTMP. And that's where you're going to put that in. You might need that. Just write Instagram. That won't happen. And then just go add, and that will add your Instagram. Now, TikTok, that is a whole other thing. TikTok don't allow the regular people as of such, like anyone like you and me, or unless there's someone like that does do it on here. With TikTok, you have to sign up for a TikTok agency account. That's basically giving away your life to TikTok. From what I've read and seen, you have to give away all your information to TikTok, and then they give you an agency account. Once you have an agency account on your TikTok account, you then have to find an outer agency account for TikTok, and they're all in different countries. So you have to find an Australian agency account that works with TikTok, and then sign through that one onto another agency in TikTok to be able to sign up. So you basically have to give away, any details that you have about yourself, your date of birth, blah, 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 bank account details probably as well, just whatever, and they basically own you. So once you've signed onto the Australian agency through for a TikTok account, you're not allowed to leave any other account. You have to be with them forever, basically. So if they're bad, you're stuck with them because you've just signed away your life to them. So TikTok you will have to do separately if you are going to be doing live things like this. And the other thing is, let me just check. So that's the first part about it. Yeah, it is an absolute hassle, Mark. You are right. It is, you would have to do it separately. Everything has to be done separately. Otherwise, it's a whole other thing. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure there's this program with your laptop you want to download. It is called, once I get out of my screen here, Iriun. IRIUN. Get the app on your phone, because that is going to be the best camera that you can have. Unless your laptop has a really good camera, these are really good to add in. Get Iriun Webcam, and get Iriun Webcam as an app on your phone as well. And download that one, and that will come up very simply into StreamYards as well. And then you're going to want to, when you go into home, and then you're going to go live stream, it will come up with, I won't do that at the moment, I'll probably just go, same process anyway. Just go 100 days, if that's not how you spell it. 100 days there. Just go create a recording. I don't know if it's going to allow me when I've already got one running, but we'll just see. It may have a problem. Okay, there it is there. So here in your settings, this is where it gets really important, and this is where all my stuff was messing up. I use a Scarlett Focusrite interface. I plug my guitar into that, and I make sure that it is plugged in and turned up and also tuned. I usually always forget to tune my guitar. Tune the guitar. If you were like me, Anyway, that goes into a Focusrite. I have a Solo 2, Generation 2. I also have a new one upstairs, which I haven't got used to using yet, but this is for the Focusrite. You want to have your direct monitor on and the line on instant. Well, that's what I have it set to, and I also have my microphone plugged in. This is a beautiful microphone. This is called a standard SD1, and it is the most fantastic microphone I've ever had. It is a little bit higher in the price ranges for microphones, but it is absolutely beautiful, and it just sounds really good. I absolutely love it. And I have that plugged into my Focusrite as well. Actually, I can show you. Down here. All right, so this is my Focusrite, and then I have that plugged into the computer around on this side over here. So I just have that plugged in. Now, on the laptop, you're going to want to make sure, which I didn't do, I forgot to download the driver. And to be able to download these drivers, you want to go into, and again, I will remove this, and I'll add another one. If I can. First, I'm going to open up. So when you go, if you have any interface that you have should have their own website where you can download the driver from if you don't already have it. So I'm going to go Scarlett interface. What is it? 2 Solo. I think it's got Caller 2ID Solo, but that'll correct my terrible spelling. Right, so that's it there. Make sure this, and it's got one for Mac and one for PC. So make sure that is downloaded into your laptop as well, and then you can set the settings behind there too, which you'll also want to do. And in your settings, make sure that you have it selected onto the right thing where it will say. I wish I could show you my settings. It'd be a lot harder, but I can't show you my settings. But in the settings, just go into your audio, into your settings for the audio for the Scarlett, and just make sure that that is the selection that you have working with the laptop, so that that will be the selection that StreamYards can then make. So then you go onto StreamYards again. I don't think I brought that up. Oh, I could. I didn't do what I was supposed to, but as you can see on that screen there anyway. And again, going back to StreamYards. Oh, I wish there was an easier process. That's something else I'll figure out later on. That's on Studio. All right, back into this again. That's the one that I'm on now. Good. Oh no, that's what I was playing with. All right, so then you're going to go into your audio settings, and see, I've got my Scarlett on there. It's got a bunch of other ones, but I use my Scarlett Solo, and this one. Oh, this part here. This is where I was having the trouble with the guitars coming through and not coming through properly. It has echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise, stereo auto, and automatically adjust mic volume. The automatically adjust mic volume, make sure that is turned off. That is what was making my volume go in and out and the guitar picking up, because it was adjusting everything itself. Plus, I didn't have the driver for the Focusrite in the laptop either, which also fixed that some of the delay and the latency. But this is what is going to be the thing that makes the guitar come through properly and your microphone work. So just make sure that's happening as well. And then basically then you're ready to go into the studio. That's all set right. And you can create some virtual backgrounds and whatnot. And then you're going to go into studio. Hopefully this doesn't ruin this live that I'm already on, which it didn't. All right, so now we're here. And this is the next step, which is cool. So you can add in, and this is what it looks like for me when you guys' comments come up on there. Yeah, I can add that, but I'm not going to add that yet. So this is where you can add your branding and banners. So if I add that, that comes up with this for me and this, but when I have both of them there, they look like the one that I have here where it has, when the one you're looking at has my name down in the bottom corner. You add both those on there and that will come up. And then once you add this to the stage, there's me again. Hi. And that's what you have to do. Remember to add yourself onto the stage. And that should be everything that's working properly for you when it comes to using StreamYards. And then you've added all your things. Then you press record. And that's for normal. But otherwise it would say go live. And make sure if you do want to record what you're doing, it will have a button there that says to record it. You want to select record audio and video. And that way it saves it into the background. So then when you go back to this, once you've got all that set up, it should appear in here. And that is basically the process of setting everything up to do your lives. After that, it's pretty much up to you what you want to do and how you want to do it. I also use Canva to make the cute little videos on the front, which I post on after the videos have been posted onto Facebook and Instagram. In the background of Instagram, it completely disappears. It goes into your archives. And Instagram, because you're using the RTMP and the stream key and everything, it doesn't really, nothing that I've learned yet, which is something that I'm going to be learning as I continue doing the 100 days. It kind of just hides it back in the delete files and The only thing you can really do, I feel at the moment, again, I'm not 100%, for promoting on Instagram is to, I think you just have to make posts about it. You can't really have links or anything to get people to link to it. I'm sure there's some way, but I think the best way for now until I figure that out is either going live by itself on Instagram, or maybe I think you could probably get someone else once you start your live to post it, the Facebook link or the live link into your profile, but then you'll have to have someone having access to your admin side of everything so they can do that when you're live. And they'll also have to know when you're live to be able to respond to all those things too. And the other thing is, if you want to try it on your iPad, so say you have an iPad here and you want to plug in everything on with your interface and your guitar and your mic into your iPad, you're going to need one of these. I'm not exactly 100% what they're called, multi-port adapter. You can get them from Kmart for like $10, but the JB Hi-Fi ones that are like $90 are way more efficient and way better. And you've got all these extra, you know what? I'm going to take this off there now because that's annoying. All right, that's better. One of these. And this has got HDMI because you can also plug in the other extra screen. Got two USB ports, and just check. And they should be able to plug in your iPhones if you haven't got a newer version. And then that goes in there as well. So then once you've got your focus right down here, that will plug into here, and which will plug into your iPad. Which goes in the back here, obviously, and then you plug in all your stuff from there. So that is how that works. And then I also use this for plugging in my GarageBand and my pedals and everything like that. And you can also, obviously, you can plug in your guitar to a pedal and then through the pedal into the interface as well. I haven't tried that yet because I wanted to make sure the guitar was sounding good first. And also I wanted to make sure the guitar was sounding good before I gave you guys all this information. So hopefully that helps. There is another thing that you can do through using Ableton where you can add on pedals, but I'm still working that out. And then you go through this other thing called, you're adding your plugins through what's it called again? Reaper. And then you get this thing called MultiStream, which you download from Reaper and then put that into your Ableton. And then there's a whole other thing with going through Streamlabs, which is another multi-platform thing. But that's a whole other process if you want to get super complicated. If you're like an extremely amazing guitarist and you want that to sound really good, there is another process for doing that, which I haven't needed to just yet. I may later down the track, depending on how everything is sounding and how everything is going. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this little setup that I have here and how it's all going. So with this video, I will cut out all the changing and everything like that and the extra talking and whatnot and the song too at the start. And I will piece it in a little thing together to make it really simple and easy to use and probably add in some extra things and make the screen a little clearer for you guys to watch later in case you forgot what happened just then. So yeah, that is basically my spiel on how to set up your own live videos using Streamlabs. And I think the Streamlabs have given me a StreamYards. They sound the same. StreamYards. They've given me a link in my somewhere. I actually don't know where they put it, but there is a link somewhere in the live that you can click on to go to StreamYards directly and make a profile if you would like to. And a little reverb in my vocals. See, that's my next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting I'm going to get a vocal pedal, I think is the best way to do this. Again, I could probably work it out through Ableton, but I really can't be bothered doing that, and I don't want to because it gets super complicated with extra plugins and whatnot. But yes, the next thing I am definitely looking at buying is getting something for my mic to put onto the pedal board so that I have something a little bit nicer because it is really good. Like it picks up everything. Which is fantastic. But yeah, for singing, I always love to have a little bit of extra reverb and ambience and all those things. So yeah, absolutely, you are correct. I will be doing that. But I will obviously have to turn it off when I talk. Yeah. My guitar doesn't have the pedals in at the moment, but it sounds okay. But I do have some really pretty pedals that I can use. Hang on. It actually is plugged in through the pedal board at the moment. It is. Actually, I forgot. It actually is running through the pedal board. Hey, see? That is pretty. So that's my favorite. That's a pedal called NUX, and it's Ocean something. It says Ocean Reverb. So I absolutely love that sound, right? Isn't Kane says he loves delay and reverb and harmony. Absolutely. I don't, you know, they've got those harmony things on vocal boards. They are something. I remember in a band that I used to be in at the, it's called Ravenslayer when I first moved up to Queensland. And we usually put it on my vocals for like extra harmonies, and it sounds dark. It sounds dark and evil, and kind of robotic. So I didn't particularly like it some of the time. So I think we ended up not using it in the end. But there is a mic pedal board here somewhere, and it has that, and it's so scary. And yeah, I was also having some trouble because I think it was quite an older vocal pedal board. So it didn't exactly have what I needed on it. And it also worked, like, it made everything sound like it was really far back and in a tunnel and things like that, but it's not really what I need. So yeah, this is what this ocean sounds like. I think I may have outtuned my guitar, but I hope you guys can hear that because it is so nice. Absolutely love that. I've got a bunch of other ones on here. I've got some, you know what? I haven't actually looked at my pedal board in a while. I have a loop pedal on here because I sometimes play on a lot of their songs that I have done in the 100 songs. They're layered guitars, so there will be like a part, you know, just doing something simple, and then there'll be something really pretty over the top. But, you know, more up here somewhere. There's a sound like that usually goes, and they're in layers. And I can't do the layers live. So my next job while I'm doing the 100 lives is to start using my loop pedals so I can start playing all the little riffs and everything over the top of the chords for some of the songs, which will be so pretty. And I'd love to show you guys what that sounds like as well live. And I'd also love to be able to perform that live, but I need more practice with the timing on that loop pedal. And if you haven't used a loop pedal before, it is very difficult to get that timing. It's like if you get 4/4, you play the chord, play the next chord, play the chord, and then play another chord, and then you got to stop it at the right moment so it loops correctly and sounds like the song is flowing. If you don't, you have to start again. And I have a thing called a loop station. RC1 is what I'm using at the moment. And if you don't hit your foot correctly on the right time, I'm still trying to work out what the delete button is. I know I have to hold it down, but then sometimes it doesn't, and it starts recording. And that's not going to work out very well if I'm live. That would absolutely suck. Kana said, I use a harmony on my electric guitar as I like things sounding good together. I love your reverb sound. Thank you. Yeah, it is very pretty. New harmony. Is that a pedal called harmony? I can't use them. Why can't you use them, Mark? Why can't you use them? Oh, you're talking about the loop pedals? Yeah. No, that's fair. I totally get that. I can't either. But I was practicing for a while, nearly every day, and I got good at it. And I haven't actually, it's been in the cupboard since I moved to the house that I'm in now, which was December, actually. It wasn't until December. And then it's been in the cupboard until last week when I finally got my pedal board out because I thought this was going to be working. And now it's on my floor, which is great. It's in front of me where I can see it. And I'm probably going to have to go pedal shopping and actually listen to what the pedals do and what they have on them, because I used them in my band, and the band members that I used to play with would more set up my pedals for me than I did, so I never really got a chance to go over those and actually suss them out. And then after that, I was just using the pre-set up pedals on GarageBand for my guitars, and they have some really good ones on there, so I may be able to just go through those, which is kind of like online shopping. And then if there's one that I really love, which there is, there's an effect called Dreamy Texture, which is one of my favorites that I had all through the 100 days that I used for nearly everything. So yeah, 2 left feet. You have 2 left feet. Yeah, that's fair. I'm like one of those super clumsy people, and I always run into things as well. I used to be covered in bruises, but now I'm very aware of what I'm doing, which is good. But if I'd been drunk, I would be like, if you get drunk on a Saturday, you wake up on the Sunday, head to toe bruises. I don't know. I would trip up, run into everything, fall over, get back up. One of those people. Well, I was one of those people, but now my skin and my body, I think, is finally healed after all of that. And I look like an apple. One of those apples that get left in the bottom of a school bag. And Kana said, well, Boss, I think I'm reading that right. Yeah. Well, Boss have harmonist. I love the harmonist pedals. Can you write me a song with your reverb pedal? I have a lot of songs that are already with the reverb pedal, but I can't just write one right now. I would try, but I'd be here for a while, and everyone else would have to be here for a while. But yeah, there are a lot of songs with that, with a similar sound. The dreamy texture sound is very similar to the ocean sound, which I love using. So I use that. It's one of my favorite sounds. All right, so I'm gonna go now. So I hope everyone has a great Saturday night and you're all having fun. I'm going to now sit here and cut up this video and add other things into it so I can post it tomorrow to help everyone else be able to get their songs out there and start performing on live, which is really fun. I'm going to be also starting to do TikTok as well. Now, TikTok, I must admit, is a really good place for doing lives. It is, there is a lot more interaction and people coming through because it is just one of those platforms where people are looking to watch something live and watching videos. So, you know, they're there to watch them and be there for it. So TikTok is a fantastic platform for gaining new followers and getting views and everything like that. If that's what you're looking for, I would definitely recommend, at least like I should be doing it myself, but I was trying to focus at the moment on making sure that I had this set up properly first, because Facebook's my main area that I use for live streaming and for my information and stuff. I'm still trying to work out how Instagram works and YouTube. YouTube's really hard. But they said if you post every single day is the best way to do it. And they also work with, and this is just for posting videos and your own videos and getting views on there, because a lot of people have a lot of trouble getting views with YouTube. I noticed when I was doing the 100 days, if I hadn't, because I was lazy with YouTube, I would post them all 3 days later or something in bulk together, which is what you shouldn't be doing. Cezi, who helps me with my social media as well, she's looked it up and also read books on the algorithms of YouTube. You have to be posting every single day, and the words you use in your description need to be words that are commonly searched. So it's not just, I think it's got nothing to do with the hashtags, using hashtags. It's more what you're writing and the wording of your writing as well, which also helps get viewers to your page. And yeah, having to post every single day good content, at least, you know, like kind of good quality content. So using this program as well with StreamYards, you can also do that too by just recording stuff. But again, for editing my videos, I usually do it on my phone. I do have Windows Movie Maker on here as well, but I got so used to using my phone, it's a lot easier, and I can take it with me while I'm sitting around doing nothing. I always can like make little videos and start working on that. I use Canva for templates and video covers and logos and everything else that I put together. And I use VideoUp for making film clips, and then I finish that, and then I send them over to CapCut to add in the captions. There are some more effects on there, and adding in your little thing at the end of the video. So I use all of that, which I make in Canva. So the end of the videos are Canva. The videos are making like music film clips and stuff like that. That is VideoUp that then gets transferred over to CapCut. And that is basically how I do it. Once that's all put together, then I post that on every platform. There are platforms that I have looked up where you can post it once and it goes to all of them, but they're quite expensive. They're like $50 a month. I mean, like, especially like that kind of adds up. I know it's probably not that much for some people, but, or it is a lot for some people, depending on where you're at, you know. But I tend to like, it starts to add up. Like once you start doing social media stuff, it does get expensive. Like if you start getting views, you do start making a little bit of money. I think at the moment I'm like $60 a month, but that's also from the little stars that I get too. So I'm sort of making money from it. And then if you get like a lot of views, I think one of the videos were on 35K, and then I got like, for that amount of views, you get $3, maybe less, I think, like around about $3. So they send you that too. So, you know, it's not the most costly thing. I mean, not costly, you know, it's the exposure. They pay you an exposure. Yeah. So other than that, that is how I put everything together and how I do it. And, yeah, and the expenses for, so like VideoUp, I think is $10 a week. And, then you've got StreamYards. I think I'm paying for I think it's $150 for the whole year. So there's that on top of that. And then CapCut, I think, is maybe like $5 a month. It could be more. So if it does start to add up to have all these things and to be able to do all these things, you know, plus you're going to have the equipment, the iPad, the iPhone, the guitar, like a decent guitar that sounds right, the Focusrite, the laptop itself, like it to, I suppose, after you've got all the equipment, like it's $3,000 and under, I guess, depending on what. But you could also have like the last version of an iPad that has GarageBand on to still write music with, and it won't have all the apps. But you know, just to start writing music with GarageBand and whatnot, you don't have to have like a really expensive iPad or anything like that. The program might be a little worse, but at least it's a good way to start. It has everything that it needs to be able to at least get you started if that's what you want to do. And I will do a tutorial on that another time, on how I write my music and put them together. But that'll be a different time, because this time is all about getting this working, which is StreamYards, which I'm pointing at that way. Get you working. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Thank you again for joining me tonight. I will put this together properly and post it on YouTube sooner or later. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. All right. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye, Mark.